Hello! This is a video about how to install a wall hanger for your slab project. So this is a slab project that I was doing as a demo for Art and Humanities 35, but I think it's a great example for ceramics in general too. I put in some textures using this tool for feathers. It's actually kind of a variation on this visual research. And I just had fun. I put some chicken footprints on it because the whole thing kind of reminds me of a chicken. Anyway, this slab is now leather hard, and what I want to do is install some strips of leather hard clay that I made at the same time on the back so that this could be hung on the wall. So let me just show you about that. I have a piece of plastic down here that's folded several times to kind of give this a little bit of cushion, because these little areas are delicate if you have delicate textures and you don't want to smash them during this process. And I just lay that face down, and then I check to make sure that I have it oriented with the bottom towards me. And now let me show you a little bit about this piece of clay slab. Notice that it has those two holes in it. Don't make these two holes too small. Clay shrinks a lot and you want to be able to fit the wire in. But then the process is really simple. Take your two pieces, mark them, score them, slip them on. I've shown you guys scoring and slipping many times, but in case, I will do it some more. Here's my slip. Here's my top form, and I'm going to go ahead and scrape that with the fork. Now this leather hard clay is pretty firm, especially these smaller pieces that tend to dry out more quickly. So when I stored this piece, I stored these smaller pieces right with it. And that's important. Like in ceramic sculpture, if you can make all your pieces at the same time, in ceramics in general, and then let them firm up together, like a mug and a handle, for example, then your pieces are going to have shrunk the same amount, and that means that when you join them together, you're incorporating less stress into the piece than if you add wet clay, or just clay, or dry clay for that matter, just clay of a different shrink rate. You know, because if it's already shrunk more, then there's going to be stresses more than if different pieces of the project have shrunk more or less. There's going to be stresses included in the project until they all become the same moisture level. And a way to handle that is to just keep them in plastic all together for a day or two and let them all become the same humidity. And then you can gradually remove the plastic and let them dry out, and they won't have as much stress. Okay, so you guys can see the process. I need this little strip on the bottom because if I don't have that, then the piece is going to kind of hang crooked from the wall. Right. And then, so I'm just going to score and slip this guy on here. Use plenty of slip. Use the little wiggle motion to be sure that it's really attached and you don't, it sort of creates a vacuum and makes sure that there's no air in there. And that's that. It's also important to wait until your piece is leather hard, because if you don't, what can happen is that your slab, you know, unless you leave it in this position, if you put it like that, it might sag. So a good thing for me to do right now is use my brush to kind of clean up that slip a little bit. Just make sure it really is well attached. See, there's a little gap there. Put a little more slip in there. You can also go in and score a little bit more if you wanted, and go over it. And that's how to install a wall hanger for your slab. Thanks for watching.